We often speak of the soul as something distant, something high above, untouched by the messiness of life on earth. But in truth, the soul is not separate from the body, nor is it detached from this world. It is not watching from afar. It is here, now, fully present within the breath, the heartbeat, the pulse of existence. Yogananda reminds us that the soul loves the body through the earth. What does that mean? It means the divine does not merely tolerate matter. It embraces it. It infuses it. It expresses itself through it. The soil beneath your feet is not a distraction from your spiritual nature. It is its extension. The food you eat, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the tears you shed, these are not signs of separation from the divine. They are how the divine touches itself through you. This earth, this body, this life are not obstacles. They are the medium. The soul, in its purest love, chose to experience itself as you, not apart from the world, but deeply embedded in it. To walk barefoot on the grass, to feel the cool breeze on your face, to embrace a loved one, these are not just sensations. They are sacred exchanges. Each one is a whisper from the soul, saying, I am here. I am this. We are not here to escape the world, to transcend it in a way that rejects it. We are here to see through it, to see its essence. And that essence is spirit, dressed in matter, light, clothed in form. The breath is not just oxygen. It is prana, life force. The body is not just flesh. It is the temple. And the earth is not just a place to survive. It is a living expression of divine love. True spirituality does not ask us to leave the body behind. It invites us to enter it more fully, to feel, to sense, to taste, to touch, not with craving or resistance, but with reverence. This reverence, this sacred attentiveness to life, is the beginning of awakening. And it starts not in the sky, but right here, in your breath, your hands, the soil beneath your feet. We've been taught to seek God in high places, in temples made of marble, in the silence of mountain caves. But the soul, Yogananda tells us, is far more intimate. It whispers through the pulse in your wrist. It reveals itself in the warmth of your breath, rising and falling without effort. It is not elsewhere. It is here, in the space you occupy, in the eyes you see through. The sacred is not found by rejecting the body, but by entering it with awareness. Every movement, every sensation becomes a doorway when approached without judgment. The touch of wind on your skin, the beating of your heart after a deep breath, these are not distractions. They are transmissions. Each one says, look closely, for the divine is hiding in plain sight. In the tradition of the great mystics, there is no hierarchy between spirit and matter. There is only the realization that spirit is matter, and matter is spirit. The soul doesn't love the body in spite of the world. It loves the body through the world, through the earth, through the dance of form and formlessness. But the mind often resists this intimacy. It seeks escape. It says, this is too mundane, too imperfect, too heavy. And so we run toward ideals, higher realms, better versions of self, imagined futures of purity and peace. But all the while, the soul waits, patiently, lovingly, right here. What if heaven is not above, but beneath your feet? What if the touch of the earth is the hand of God? What if the aching in your chest is not something to fix, but a place to listen? When we stop running, when we stop trying to ascend, and instead descend into our own presence, we begin to notice a stillness that has always been here. Not the stillness of absence, but of fullness, a silence rich with presence, where even a single breath is a symphony. In that silence, you begin to remember. You begin to feel the embrace of the soul, not as something abstract, but as something immediate. The soul is this breath. The soul is this moment. And the earth is how it speaks.
Close your eyes for a moment and feel the weight of your body, not as burden, but as anchor. The ground beneath you does not judge. It simply holds. It is always here, the silent witness to your becoming, your dissolving, your return. Yogananda's teaching is not one of rejection, but of reverence. He did not preach escape from the body, but deeper presence within it. The body, he said, is not a prison, it is a passage. It is the vessel through which the soul expresses, learns, and ultimately remembers its true nature. We often separate the spiritual from the physical, as if the two were in conflict, as if touching the earth were less sacred than touching the sky. But in truth, what is sky without ground? What is spirit without form? To be human is to be both, breath and bone, light and soil. Look at the trees. Do they strive to transcend their roots? No. They grow upward only because they are deeply grounded below. Likewise, your spiritual growth is not measured by how far you rise above the world, but by how deeply you are rooted within it, with presence, with love, with stillness. The earth in all its silence and solidity teaches us something essential, that stability is not rigidity, and surrender is not weakness. The river does not resent the rock. It flows, and through that flow it carves beauty into what once seemed unchangeable. Can you allow yourself to be that fluid? Can you rest inside your own body the way the sea rests in its shore? Can you listen not just to your thoughts, but to your breath, your heartbeat, the subtle hum of being alive? The sacred is not far away. It is not hidden in secret doctrines or locked behind meditation techniques. It is in the quiet moment where your hands touch the table, where your feet meet the floor, where your eyes meet the sky, and do not name it, only feel it. The soul loves the body, not from a distance, but with the intimacy of breath. And the earth is not something you walk upon, it is something you walk with. Each step, when taken with awareness, is a prayer. Each sensation is a hymn. Each inhale an invitation. This is not poetic metaphor. This is direct seeing. This is the mystical truth that the saints whispered and the sages lived, that the divine does not descend from above, it rises from within, through this body, through this earth, through you. To walk this earth with awareness is to remember what we had forgotten, that spirit is not separate from matter, and matter is not devoid of light. The soul does not hover above the body. It pulses through every cell, every gesture, every quiet moment you have ignored. Yogananda reminds us, the body is not your enemy. It is not a lesser form to be transcended. It is the instrument, the vehicle, the sacred clay molded by consciousness itself. And the earth, this living, breathing world beneath your feet, is not just scenery for your spiritual path. It is the path. When you resist the body, when you numb yourself to sensation, when you reject the ordinary as unworthy of divinity, you exile yourself from the present. You become a seeker lost in concepts, blind to the truth that was always at hand. But when you turn inward, not to escape the world, but to embrace it, you find that the stillness you seek was never elsewhere. It was in the rhythm of your breath, the warmth of the sun, the texture of the ground, the silence between heartbeats. The soul does not demand grand revelations. It whispers in the mundane. It celebrates the taste of water, the feel of wind on skin, the weight of your own body sitting in a chair. And in that awareness, gentle, deep, unforced, the false division between spirit and world dissolves. This is not about indulgence, nor is it about ascetic denial. It is the third way, the middle path, where you no longer try to escape what is, nor cling to it. You simply see, you simply are. You allow the body to be loved. You allow the earth to be your teacher. You allow this moment, just as it is, to be enough. And in that simplicity, something miraculous unfolds. You stop reaching. You stop searching. You stop separating the sacred from the now. You look around and you realize there is no distance to the divine. There is no barrier between soul and world. There is only presence. There is only this. And that is more than enough.